Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break it down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My husband treats me and my daughter like scum. So I realized that my husband doesn't view me or our daughter as real humans. Nah, the artificial intelligence, wife and offspring is wicked. And Mike, I'm not being crazy or dramatic. Listen, recently we had a severe thunderstorm here. It was also picture day for our daughter. He pulled up right to the door of our 15-year-old son's school so he didn't get wet. He gonna like getting wet in a few years. Hey, yo, my bad, time out. That was a bit zesty, let me relax. He yelled at our 11-year-old daughter for not having an umbrella and made her splash to school. Never mind, her hair was silk pressed. Like this video if you think the dad's a piece of shit. Another occasion, he comes home with food for himself and our son, but tells me I should have cooked something for our daughter. Nah, your mans did the 23andMe and found out that the youth wasn't his. I discussed this mistreatment with him. He replied that women will always be okay, but men deserve more nurturing and care because they're an endangered species. Hey, love, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your husband goes both ways like turn signals. The whole world is out to destroy the straight male. Well, he should be safe. Thank God for that. So as a father, he must pay more attention to our son, and he snapped. What kind of mother are you to be jealous of a father taking care of his son? Mike, please, I need advice. Hey, sweetie, I ain't gonna lie. What it sounds like is your husband went behind your back, got the Ancestry.com and found out the youth wasn't his. Now he's being passive aggressive and treating you and the girl like, y'all not mine, and the boy is. That's what it sounds like. Because ain't no way in the world, ain't no dad I ever met treated his son like a princess and his daughter like a no-limit soldier. It's never happened. If anything, daddy's girl, mommy's boy, like the moms baby the boys and the daddies worship the girls. That's just how it works. Every dude I know would have a daughter treats her like a princess if he's in her, you know what I mean, like active in her life. His son, hey bro, you better walk your ass to work. I don't care if it's raining. Get to stepping. Learn some hard work. Learn some work ethic. Overcome something. Be more resilient. Plan better. Or as men, we're constantly trying to teach our sons how to survive in a world that's out to get them. Now, he is right. I mean, black men, straight men, whatever, ain't endangered species, but it is more dangerous for us to be out in the public than it is a little girl, but not to the point where he got to make her walk in water. What is he doing? So yeah, as men, we want to prepare our sons for the world that's out to get them. A world that doesn't like them, a world that treats them a certain way, a world that's not fair. I used to always tell my dad, why don't you treat me like this? Why don't you treat me like that? He never had an answer for me. And then when he passed away, I realized my dad wasn't giving me the relationship that I wanted. He was giving me the relationship that I needed. So the things I wanted from him, if they weren't needed, they wasn't necessarily going to get that. So any man that's treating his son like a princess, here, put my shoes on and walk through the rain, putting the coat over the puddle for his son, he's gay. He's gay, and your son might be gay too. You got two gay men in the house that you don't know about. Because the son even acting like that is the part of this sassy soldier brigade. Knock it off. The daughter should be the one like, come on, babe, I'm gonna walk you my shirt over my daughter. Your hair's done now. We gotta have you looking good for picture day. Make sure you call me when you get off. It's raining outside. Boy, if you don't get your ass out of my car and run through that goddamn rain, or I knock your head off. That's how it should be. So the fact that the roles is reversed lets me know that he got a little bit of sugar in his tank. You know what I'm saying? A little splash of sass on your mans. So I'm gonna give it a buck with you. It's either that or if you got some infidelity that you were trying to keep on the low, he might have found out about it. That's the only way I can see him starting to treat be divisive like that, where he's not treating you and the girl good, but treating his son good. That's the only way. That's the only thing I can think of. I honestly hope it works out, and I hope that he can get it together because your son is 15. In 3 more years, he's gonna go out into the world and be used to people handing him stuff that he don't deserve because your husband been doing that. That's disgusting. And with your daughter, she's gonna be hard to deal with in a relationship because she be used to walking in water. A man gonna be like, here, hold my hand. I don't need no man. She gonna be, yo, your kids is screwed. You better intervene right now and flip the script and rewire their brains so they get ready for the world that they're gonna be living in once they become of age. So that's my advice to you. Yes, talk to your husband, find out what's up with the sassy soldier and see what's going on. But in the meantime, baby girl, you know the deal. Stay alert, stay alive. I was in the emergency room and I found out I was his side chick. So I fractured my ankle at work, and while I was in the ER, my blood pressure spiked, so I was admitted to the hospital. Stay alert, stay alive. The next day, my boyfriend brought my 2-year-old daughter to see me, and he slipped out of my room. Nah, he said daddy daycare is a bit too demanding, dropped off the youth and dipped. He left me to babysit while I was laying in a hospital bed on painkillers. You got any leftover? Nah, I'm asking for a friend. Now I love my child, and I was happy to see her, but a hospital is no place for a 2-year-old. A tattooed nurse entered my room and said, relax, I'm not gonna fight you. Hey, yo, what you mean you ain't gonna fight me? Shorty, if you don't take my vitals and get out my room, knock it off. I just wanna know, is that Malik's baby? I'm his fiance. Nah, time out, technical foul. Malik out here shitting where he eats, that's nasty work. And I saw him come in the room and he saw me and ran. Now, me and Malik have been together for a year and he refused to move in with me because he's been engaged to this other woman for 3 years. So I decided to be petty and I told her, yes, Malik is the dad, but he really isn't, and that we're engaged for 3 years and getting married in December. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. Obviously, I'm the side chick here. Not according to what you told her, but I'm not ready to lose him, especially to her. Her, she's an RN and all you did was ruin his relationship. Malik has been MIA since I was discharged. How do I lure him back? Advice, please. I ain't gonna lie, shorty, that letter was hard as hell to read. I don't know what's going on. So you're messing with Malik. I don't know if you know you're the side chick or not, but whatever, because I can't really tell. You're messing with him for a year, but you've been trying to get him to come live with you and he keeps telling you no. And now you're finding out he can't come live with you because he's been engaged to this lady who's a nurse for the last 3 years. So either you knew he had a girlfriend and you were just okay with it, or you didn't know, but when you found out, you decided to be petty and act like that was his kid and y'all been together or whatnot just to make her mad. That's what I'm thinking was more or less the situation. You're asking for some advice on how you lure him back. You don't got to do much, but just text him and say, you up, I'm horny, and he'll be right back in there. You know what I mean? Like, you're easy. You're a chicken tender. She's filet mignon. He didn't propose to her. All he's doing is dropping off the pipe game and peeling out. He done brought your seed to the hospital, which is super duper nasty work, because if I know my shorty, my fiance, work at the spittle you got admitted to, guess what? I'm not pulling up on you for no type of visitation. I'm making excuses. Oh, I got to work a double. Oh, my mom's sick. Oh, I got to run over here. Hey, babe, I'll just see you when you get out. You know what I'm saying? Really, hospitals really ain't my thing. They remind me of when I lost my grandma back when I was a kid. The smell of hospitals they just do something to me. I just can't get over it. I'd have been spinning you like a dreidel all crazy. Now I can't come up to the hospital. He done pulled up with his youth, seen his girl, dropped the youth off and dipped like, nah, I'm out of here. She ain't seen him. You ain't seen him. He over his other chick's house. Y'all both playing the fool. Shorty came in talking about something, I ain't gonna fight you. I know you ain't gonna fight me. You're a registered nurse. You're not losing that job over a scuffle with a little hood rat. And if you did, you're so stupid that I don't know how you became a nurse in the first place with that type of mentality. You ain't risking your career over Malik and his little side quest. Nah. So I'm gonna give advice to both shorties. The fiance that been with him with the tattoos, leave Malik. Because he's not only disrespectful by cheating on you and just not caring, he's around that shorty's kid and all that. He's doing the OD level of disrespect. But then he pulled up to your workplace to visit his joint while you was on duty. He knows you at work. You're like, babe, what time you get off? Oh, I gotta work at 12 today. You know, I'm doing 4 12s this week. I'll be home at 11. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Came up during her shift thinking he wasn't gonna see her. What's wrong with that nigga, dog? Like, nah. So you just need to let him go or just be in bliss of just getting cracked. You know what I'm saying? Getting your back cracked and eating crab legs. That seems like the extent of y'all relationship. Y'all been dealing for a year. You keep telling him to move in. Why would you be asking a man to move in with you instead of, yo, let us get a place together? You probably giving him money. You probably letting him use your Ultima while you at work. All kind of nonsense. You're a goof troop. What are you talking about? Have some self-respect. Find a dude that actually likes you, that cares about you, and leave Malik alone. Malik got a world of trouble waiting for him when he get back to where he live at with his kids. It's over for that. She about to press homie cause it's crazy. So you don't even want no issue with that. And Shorty ain't gonna warn you again. Cause she just finding out about you. So she gave you a break like, well, I ain't gonna fight you. Is that Malik's kid? And you didn't told her yet. Why would you tell her that? I'd have been like, nah, who's Malik? He just came in with the baby. I don't know who that is. My sister said her cousin was gonna drop the baby off for me because I was in the hospital. I would have made up a story. But you ain't quick on your feet like that. You was like, yeah, that's my baby. We're engaged. He engaged to her. How y'all both engaged? Now you about to go get Malik shot in the parking lot somewhere. Come on, man. You're doing too much. Leave Malik alone. He got enough to worry about. That's my advice to you. I hope you get better. Your blood pressure come down. Stay alert. Stay alive. My fiance got roasted at family dinner by my father. So, Mike, I'm 29 and I'm engaged to Marcus, who's 30. He works as a high school art teacher. They still teach art in high school? Waste of time. He loves what he does, and while it's not the highest paying job, definitely not. Your man out here making $40K a year dealing with them nut-ass kids in public school. He's dedicated and makes a difference. So at Sunday dinner, my dad made multiple digs about Marcus's career. He asked, so when are you gonna go get a real job, Marcus? Nah, Pops is out of pocket for that, but low-key I'm here for it. And later joked that art teachers are just failed artists. Okay, now he went too far, back to not being here for it. Everyone laughed except me and Marcus. Oh, I bet. When my dad wouldn't stop, I told him he was being disrespectful, so he left. Now my siblings saying I overreacted and embarrassed the family by walking out. My dad insists he was just joking. Like this video if you think that dad's full of shit. And I need to lighten up. Am I wrong for walking out of dinner instead of ignoring it? Please give me your advice. Hey, shorty, I ain't gonna lie. When my sisters be bringing dudes to dinners and parties and events, we be cooking them. I don't care who they is. Unless they like my mans that I know, like, oh, what up, homie? Or they somebody official, I'm coming in right off the rip. Damn, why you got them Puerto Rican Jordans on, bro? Them 6 rings is nasty. I'm roasting, I don't care. But I will say that I never really crossed the line to be like, yo, why don't you get a real job unless I just didn't like the dude? You know what I'm saying? And my dad just be chilling. He don't be saying nothing. He just want to make sure that his kids is happy or whatever. But when it comes to me, any dude my sister bring, I'm cracking jokes on them, but maybe not their career or trying to be disrespectful. So your dad really might just feel like Marcus ain't really good enough for you because he down at the local high school teaching ceramics or whatever. I didn't even know they still taught art in high schools. That's a wasteless, that's a useless subject. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't teach art. You either are an artist or you not. Pottery may be something different, but art, what they doing? Doing coloring in triangles and stuff? What is art in high school? I want to know. If somebody in the comments know what art is in high school, let me know, because it sounds like some nonsense. So your dad really probably just like, yo, you 30, you a teacher, but you an art, like, you're not really like that. Go teach math or geometry, you know what I mean, social studies or something like that, history. Do something respectable. You teaching art, that's like an elective class. Like, I got to get one more class to fill my schedule. Give me art. So yeah, your dad got a point, you know what I'm saying? But the way he's saying it is kind of foul. But then again, he might be trying to see what kind of man Marcus is. Now, Marcus ain't say nothing. Y'all ain't laughing. Y'all getting the butt of the joke. Y'all get all, you know what I mean, hurting. Y'all get butt hurt and leave the dinner. Now, if Marcus would have been like, oh yeah, I love what I do. Can't say the same about you. You've been down at the plant for 40 years, hating your life, coming home miserable, drinking a beer just to drown out the pain you suffer every day. I'd have fired right back. They'd be like, oh, Marcus is on Damon timing. Yeah, we like Marcus. He got you. Pops, what you guys say about that? Oh yeah, Marcus, you an art. Yeah, I don't care, bro. You've been wearing steel-toe boots your whole life. You got corns everywhere. You stink every day. You hate your job. Knock it off. I don't care how much money you make. You're a loser. I would have been just firing back. But Marcus ain't say nothing, probably out of respect, or probably your brothers would have washed him. I don't know. But I'd at least said something back. They gonna have to respect me. Even if they jump me, they gonna be like, yeah, he cool though. He official though. He gonna stand up for himself. Marcus ain't say nothing. So your man just might be too passive. You know what I'm saying? You might have to just follow your heart and get married. I ain't saying don't marry him. Marry Marcus. He like what he doing, cool. But y'all might just have to decline the future Sunday dinner invites. Yeah, you and Marcus coming over, we having ham. Nah, we'll pass. We're not gonna be the butt of y'all jokes. Y'all enjoy it. We're gonna go down to Boston Market, the one that's left open. They closed all the other Boston markets. We're going to this one that's the last one standing. You know what I'm saying? Do something, but don't go to the family dinners because they gonna crack jokes. And all your siblings is like, oh, lighten up. We was just cracking jokes. I ain't gonna lie, invite me to that dinner. I got some, I'll write for Marcus. I'll give him a whole script. Yeah, say this about Pops. Pay me a fee, I'll write some bars for Marcus so he can fire back on your dad and get in his good grace. But otherwise, I would just probably avoid that situation if they're gonna keep doing it, because it's just gonna cause problems in your relationship. He ain't gonna want to be around you. Or your family, then you're gonna be torn. That's your mom and dad, your siblings. He don't want to be around. That's your husband. It's just gonna be beef. It's gonna be static forever if you don't get it under control right now. So I either have a conversation with my dad and tell him dead it, or just don't go over there no more and do your thing. That's my advice to you. Or you could hire me and I'll write something for Marcus and get him right. Let me know. But in the meantime, baby, stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter in the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.